Hello, it's Scott Manley here with another VR video. So this is not a regular video, it's a video where you can move the camera around, or if you have a VR headset you can point your head and look at everything here. So this is me flying over the Earth underneath the International Space Station. What I really wanted to do was make a video to show how the apparent horizon changes. How easy is it to see the curvature of the Earth from different altitudes? How high do you have to go before the curvature of the Earth becomes obvious? And the only way I could really think to do this was with a 360 video, so you can point the camera and see how the curvature appears to change. So we've had astronauts posting photographs from space. You've seen photographs from high altitude balloons travelling at 100,000 feet, and of course you've got Mad Mike Hughes, who took a lot of money from flat earthers so he could fly his steam rocket to a high enough altitude to show that he couldn't see the curvature of the Earth. And so using Space Engine I can compare all of these. So we're going to start over the sea at...
Well, so he's going to try and see curvature using 360 degree virtual reality or 360 virtual reality.
Yeah, sure. A man-made
technology,
sure. It will reinforce his own views and opinions. There is the Earth's a spinning ball.
Oh, yeah, I know, yeah.
And there is curvature.
But he's actually. Can you imagine him at home wearing these virtual reality glasses or goggles?
I know, yeah.
It's crazy.
Scott, your tea's ready, love. Yeah, that's his mum, you know.
But he's got nobody there behind him.
Who said that? I can't see anyone saying that.
But he's losing himself in this technology.
Sure,
losing himself.
He's obviously he's got to be a lonely person to be venturing into 3D virtual reality technology and spending a lot of time in his bedroom, you know, or in his front living room, wearing these 3D goggles, you know. Surround sound or whatever, I don't know.
And he's encouraging even more people to wear them.
He's encouraging more and more people to wear them. People just dislike reality, don't they?
Yeah,
I reckon it's because there's one of the things is that if Scott actually went to look for curvature in reality, he wouldn't find it.
No.
That's why he's doing this on a simulation, because the curvature is there.
Absolutely. Well, by the sounds of it, we'd best get on and annoy a few people.
Absolutely.
You can be very intelligent and very good at what you do, and you can still be stupid.
Yeah, well, we're back again. Annoying people with our views and opinions because
loads of people really dislike hearing other people's views and opinions.
Absolutely, of course, especially if you're, say, a Labour supporter and you walk in at the Tory conference.
Oh, right, yeah.
And you say you're all a bunch, you know.
Or if you're a flat earther and you're outside a global conference of scientists.
Or if you're outside of school.
Or the teachers' union.
Or the teachers' union, or somewhere. Yeah, absolutely, of course, yes. But, a lot of people do dislike hearing other people's views and opinions. And that's because a lot of people have got problems.
A lot of people are unhappy.
Absolutely, of course. They're very miserable.
Absolutely.
Where was I today? I was in a supermarket today, and I'm looking around at everyone, and they're all wearing their COVID masks, you know, to keep them quiet. And they were very quiet.
Yeah.
You could hear a pin drop. They're like zombies walking around the store.
Yeah.
You know.
Got no life in them.
It's because they're all unhappy.
Yeah.
All unhappy people.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well.
Well, why is that then? Oh, that's the reason why. It's because a lot of other people have taken things from them.
Absolutely. People,
right.
yeah, because there's an awful lot of takers in life, isn't there?
Absolutely.
For some reason.
Yes.
Because these takers aren't happy.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, no, and these people who are takers, who are unhappy, want to make other people unhappy
by taking from them.
But that's life, isn't it? Life is filled with takers, not enough givers.
Absolutely, yes.
Of course. And there's an awful lot of unhappy people as a result.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, of course.
This is the reality that Scott Manley doesn't want to face.
Absolutely. That's why he's down in his 3D virtual reality, looking at this curvature that doesn't exist naturally.
Absolutely.
Okay. And he wants to escape the reality.
Yeah.
Lots of people want to escape the reality.
Well, he wants to dream.
He wants to dream. He's put on his Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Absolutely.
So many people walk around society in their jobs or in their everyday life wearing a Technicolor Dreamcoat because they're literally walking around in a dream world.
Yeah.
They think the Earth's a spinning ball. They think there's a dome.
Oh, right, yeah.
For example.
But anyway, come on, let's get on.
Lots of other things. But anyway, what have we got on for everyone's displeasure then, Peter, for tonight?
For everyone's displeasure, we're going to ask you, the viewer, is Mark Sargent right? Yes, we're going to present to people information about one particular thing that Mark Sargent puts forward.
Yeah.
That he's put forward for the past 5 years.
5 years or so, 6 years.
And that is that he says that the Earth is a snow globe, or it's an enclosed system.
That's it. Yeah, sure.
And we're going to ask people, is Mark Sargent right when he's saying that?
Absolutely. Well, I mean, obviously, a lot of people would agree that the Earth is an Earth plane. It's a level plane. It's flat, level. But
it's not a spinning ball.
It's not a spinning ball, obviously. But the thing is Mark Sargent right when he says that we're all living in an enclosed system? A dome encapsulates or covers the Earth plane.
Yeah. So in order to present information to people, we're going to have a look at Operation Fishbowl, which is a bit of information that Mark relies on
in his Flat Earth Clues. He presents viewers with Operation Fishbowl.
We're going to have a look at sundogs. We're going to have a look at TLEs.
Absolutely.
All to give people...
all of these things support the idea that there is a dome. And we're living in an enclosed system. So what we're going to do, we're going to present everyone with only those pieces of information. And then it's asking you guys, is Mark Sargent right?
So let's get on.
Let's have a little look first at Mark's appearance this morning.
His interview.
His interview. I've
with
not
Philip and Holly.
I've not got the page up. Here we go.
Hurry up.
Wait there.
He appeared on This Morning in February, we assume this year, which was quite. We've actually watched the interview.
I think this one here.
So this
that didn't take too long.
It's all been translated, isn't it? Not
the transcript.
Transcripted.
Absolutely, yeah. Flat Earther, Mark Sargent. This was on 11th of February. This was. I imagine this year. But Mark Sargent, we're living in a big sound stage. Right. Okay.
How does he know that?
Well, I know that there's a lot of people are acting, obviously, because they're wearing their Technicolor Dreamcoats. But But anyway, we go all the way down. There's old Philip and was it Philip the Prude and Harry Holly.
Harry Holly.
Yeah, you can just imagine she could grow a moustache when she's older.
Yeah, and you can question where she's hairy as well.
And she might even get absolutely, of course, especially under the armpits.
Absolutely, yes.
Of course, but they're looking very stern there.
Yeah, anyway, come on.
Miserable git, anyhow. Yeah. But so we need to go down to just before we get into the interview, as it were. We've just got to mention this, and that is here
we go. Yeah, being a self-proclaimed space nut, which he says that just to look good on the camera. Philip revealed that he's looked at live space station footage on his laptop, and at the same time watched the solid light from the space station passing overhead. Mark said, "There's something up there, no question. Is there a vehicle that could be the ISS up there? Yeah. Are there people inside it? No, not a chance. And you can look at the interior footage and the production value is horrible." But one thing that with that comment, the way he used the word vehicle, it's kind of making it out as though it's a man-made object
that is up there. Absolutely, of course, yeah.
Where in our understanding, we would agree that there's something up there.
There's something up there. What it is,
isn't man-made.
Absolutely,
but
sure.
NASA has capitalised on the observation and thought, oh, that could look like a little space station.
Yeah,
So we could create a film stage set.
Oh,
on Earth.
we could create the illusion of the International Space Station around that object that's
basically,
that's flying and zipping around above us.
But I think his use of the word vehicle was kind
Was
of
wrong.
like,
Was wrong because Mark should have said there's something up there, no question. What it is, who knows?
Who knows?
That's what he should
We
have
don't
said. But you know, he's saying it's
Anyway.
a vehicle. Right, okay. But anyway, but then Holly then explained that she'd talked to astronaut Tim Peake from the very sofa they were sitting on. So who was I talking to? She asked. You were talking to a military officer, nothing more, replied Mark.
Yeah.
Everyone that goes up there are high-ranking military.
Yeah.
But why fake
Fake
it? Asked Holly. Because if you don't fake it, replied Mark, eventually the private industries are going to get involved, and then they're going to going to find out on their own. And that would be bad because why?
Yeah. Well.
Push Holly. Remember, we're talking about something that was discovered back in 1960. The public wasn't ready in 1960. They just weren't. The potential academically. I mean, what on earth is Mark talking about?
Yeah. I know. Yeah.
As soon as we heard that, we watched the interview, and as soon as we heard that, we felt disappointed because it's a crap answer.
Well, we're like thinking, well, what's he actually talking about? Is he referring to the
What is he
Operation
talking about?
Fishbowl and his understanding that they discovered the existence of the dome?
But yeah,
Is that what he's referring to?
The thing is that Holly Willoughby asked him, "Why fake it? Why fake space?" Basically, and if somebody asked me, "Well, why fake space?" I would answer that people like to dream, and it creates by faking all of this stuff. It creates the dream for people.
Yeah. So people can put on their Technicolor dream coats.
Absolutely, people can wear their Technicolor dream coats, and they can go around thinking that man's going to these different planets, Mars, and what have you, and it's humans are circling above us, 250 miles high, all this kind of rubbish.
Space adventure is real.
Absolutely, people can pretend that it's true,
Yeah.
when it's not. Absolutely, of course. But that's what we would have said as an answer to that. But obviously, that could be a little bit too much for people like Philip and Holly, who both wear dream coats.
Oh, right, yeah.
We've got to remember, these people wear dream coats, Technicolor dream coats as well.
Well, even Mark wears a dream coat.
Mark
to some
wears a
degree.
Technicolor dream coat as well, although it hasn't got many colours in it.
Oh, well, it's black, isn't it?
Absolutely, of course. But so there was that.
Two-tone.
But anyway, so getting back to the point at hand, as the conversation moved on to explaining the logistics of a flat Earth, Mark explained, we're saying, whoever we are, I don't know who he represents, he's saying that we live on a flat enclosed world. You're basically living in a big soundstage with walls and a floor. The Truman Show, exclaimed Phil. The Truman Show, yeah, very, very similar. It's so big that our best and brightest didn't figure it out until about 1960. And when they did, decided to keep it a secret, said Mark.
But that doesn't make sense.
To be fair, right, okay, it doesn't matter whether it makes sense or not. The main point is that Mark Sargent is clearly telling everyone that we're living in an enclosed system, a dome, okay. So you've got
soundstage.
Absolutely, of course. Now, the one thing that annoys me about Mark in this interview, and that is Mark mentions straight away that a lot of flat earthers go out to disprove the globe. That's what they do. They want to go and find some information that disproves the globe idea. Okay, and Mark states categorically that you cannot prove the globe to be true. And yet, on the same token, he provides no proof that we're living in a big soundstage with walls and a floor.
Yeah, that we live on a flat enclosed world.
There is a big, huge irony there that is like, wow, that's right in your face. Yeah. And, you can't be doing this.
Absolutely.
You can't be doing this because other people will pick up what he's saying. But hold on a minute. 1 minute he's saying that there's no proof for a globe, but there's no proof that he's got this dome. What's he talking about?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
We can throw that argument back in his face.
Well, let's have a look at Operation Fishbowl.
So absolutely. Now, Mark, during his
Flat Earth
Clues, cites Operation Fishbowl as evidence to a dome. Okay. Now, Operation Fishbowl was a series of high-altitude nuclear tests in 1962 that were carried out by the United States as a part of a larger Operation Dominic nuclear test program. Flight test vehicles were designed and manufactured by Avco Corporation.
Now, firstly, there's a big anomaly here because a lot of flat earthers think that nuclear warheads and weapons are absolutely rubbish.
Yeah,
they're fake.
A lot of people do actually consider nuclear warheads to be rubbish and a hoax.
Yeah, so it's quite clear that Mark is towing the mainstream line, the narrative. He's towing the mainstream narrative when it comes to things like nuclear weapons.
Anyway,
I bet he even thinks water is made of hydrogen,
and
2
oxygen.
parts hydrogen and 1 part oxygen.
Absolutely,
along with Nathan Oakley.
Absolutely, of course, yeah. I mean, there's so many people who are sympathetic to the Globe Society because they don't really want to let go of it, do they?
No.
They obviously like the technology, the telephones, the cars,
the virtual reality goggles.
The virtual reality goggles, absolutely, the supermarkets.
Absolutely, yes.
Absolutely, of course.
The way that a lot of people say sorry to you.
Absolutely.
I've got a great one for it. I was out cycling this morning.
Oh, sure.
It was at 5:30 this morning. It was pitch black. Cycling along a cycle path, and I had this experience where you can see it in 2 different ways.
Okay, yeah, I know.
And I was cycling
Or
along,
you could interpret an event in 2 different ways, positive or negative.
This is great. Cycling along, my light was on the brightest setting, and all of a sudden I saw this runner running towards me on the other side, but he wasn't wearing any high vis or anything like that.
Yeah.
And I thought, because my light was so bright, I'd actually blind him.
Yeah.
So I went and covered up my light.
Yeah, sure.
So he wouldn't get blinded.
So, it wouldn't dazzle him.
But he took it that I was like saying, where's your high vis? Why haven't you got a light so I can see you?
Sure.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
Very interesting
How did you know he took it that way then?
Because he said sorry to me.
Oh, right, of course, yeah, sure. Yeah, because I suppose, people at night time ought to wear high vis of some description.
Yeah.
They should really.
But another example where a lot of people in this society love to say sorry.
Absolutely, yeah. They say sorry about anything.
And probably Mark Sargent.
Oh, sorry for running you over. I didn't mean that. Sorry for putting you in hospital and breaking your leg.
Oh, sorry.
Ever so sorry.
Sorry for just standing in your way.
Oh, absolutely, of course. I mean, it's just absolutely, of course.
Anyway,
sorry for not leaving the door open for you.
All right. Anyway, come on.
But anyway, so let's go on to the first attempt now. We don't need to we don't need to talk about all this rubbish, but let's talk about Starfish Prime. I think the Blue Gill was destroyed. Yeah. No nuclear detonation occurred, and no data were obtained. And then Starfish only reached a maximum of 30,000 and 35,000 feet.
Mm-hmm. When that was destroyed.
When that was destroyed as well. But Starfish Prime.
Not that delivery service. No.
On July the 9th, 1962, and on July the 8th, Johnston Island local time, at 10 p.m., Starfish Prime test was successfully detonated at an altitude of 400 kilometres.
Wow.
That's 250 miles.
Wow.
Now, straight away, we're going to ask, how on earth did it get up there?
Yeah, I know, yeah. Well, that's
400 kilometres.
That's the same altitude, or as near as the
International
Space Station is meant to be.
Absolutely, of course. So how on earth did it get up there? We've all seen Cody's demonstration of his
rocket motor in a vacuum.
Rocket motor in a vacuum that didn't work when the air was evacuated out of the drum. We've also seen Cody's demonstration where a torch that was lit, that was supplied by a MAP gas plus oxygen. Went out, was extinguished when the air was evacuated out of the cylinder, out of his chamber.
Yeah, and we've also got this video of...
and we've also got, I think we've got to go, let's have a little butcher's. We've got this one here. This is Spaceship One. This is Spaceship One video. Now, Spaceship One, wait there, let's go back to this one. Spaceship One has been the vehicle which has gained maximum height.
The highest altitude.
Highest altitude. So we can see the rocket firing away there. It's going vertically, and then all of a sudden it stops.
Stops.
Now, it could be that.
Oh, you can see loads of what looks like ice being chucked out.
It could be that the Spaceship One only carried a certain amount of fuel, and the fuel just ran out.
So why is it kicking out loads of ice?
I really don't know.
Because that could be the fuel.
Oh, that could be the fuel. There could still be fuel coming out there, but it's just not. It's just not burning.
Yeah.
Of course,
Because it can't burn.
Absolutely, it can't burn. It's reached the point where the combustion will stop because of the pressure.
So this is roughly at about 370,000 feet.
Yeah, I think we went.
So
do we need to go on?
Yeah,
we
high altitude
we need
record
to go
test.
On. Let's go on to
Altitude record test. Record.
Yeah, there we go. So we've got
Flight altitude record.
flight altitude record.
You're on the rocket motor.
Yeah, we're right down here.
Scroll down.
Yeah, we're right down here. Wait there.
Come on, over. People are waiting.
Rocket plane. Here we go. The highest altitude obtained by a manned aeroplane, launched from another aircraft, is 367,487 feet by Brian Binney in the scaled composite Spaceship One.
Well, it's 112 kilometres.
Which is 112 kilometres. So, this Spaceship One could only get up to, well, with fuel,
a quarter of the altitude that these Starfish Prime got reached.
Absolutely, yeah. These Starfish Prime allegedly
went up 400 kilometres.
Prime went up 400 kilometres.
Wow.
Absolutely, of course. So, we've got to ask: did it actually do this or not?
Yeah.
This is the question we've got to ask: is this information actually true. Accurate? Because, well, I think it's not.
Yeah, I don't.
Because I can't see how these missiles can reach that altitude.
Yeah.
Now, if you think that they did, and they hit the dome or they were firing, these are genuine missions that were sent up to break the dome or whatever, as Mark suggests, then you've got to accept that it's possible that the International Space Station, they can get up to the International Space Station.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, they can get up to the International Space Station.
Whereas we think it's a load of rubbish.
Whereas we think it's all a load of rubbish. Absolutely, of course. But, so there's that information there, Operation Fishbowl, which doesn't really seem to be legit, whereas a lot of flat earthers would use this information, like Mark, to support their idea of a dome. Okay. We also noticed that on this image that was taken, photographed the Starfish Prime high altitude nuclear test explosion in course of Operation Dominic.
From an aeroplane.
From an aircraft, but you can clearly see that there's stars visible in the image, as well as the flare, the glare of the explosion. But the thing is, the problem is that stars, in order to capture stars on film, you need to have long exposure, and in order to capture this test explosion, you'd need to have a short exposure.
Yeah, because it would happen so quickly.
Because it would happen so quickly, of course. It would be out in no time. So, how do you get an image that has long exposure and short exposure images on it? Yeah, do you get it? We can't trust this image. We can't trust the page.
Well, I mean, it's all
the whole page on Operation Fishbowl.
This is done by the US Air Force.
US Air Force, yeah, of course.
Let's say the US military.
Absolutely,
did all these tests, and yet it's the US military, or NASA is an arm of the US military.
Absolutely, sure. Yeah.
So can you trust any information?
Well, I couldn't, at the end of the day. So, so we've got to push that aside. We can't accept that information. So, sorry, Mark, and sorry, other people who think that there is a dome and they used Operation Fishbowl to support that idea. We can't go with that.
No.
Right, okay, so that's that one. What's next
that's that one.
There we go. What's
Sundogs.
Sundogs. Now, let's have a little look at...
Suncats.
Sundogs, here we go. I don't really want to play a video because... Sundogs, here we go.
Oh, there's an image there.
There's an image here. Now, we've got... Everybody has probably been aware of... wait there. I've got to do this and then do that, and hopefully the image will come up. There we go. Look. A sun, halo, sundogs, and more. There we go.
Look at that.
You can clearly see that the sundogs are quite a nice phenomena.
Yeah.
Aren't they?
And the images that we see of sundogs, they always occur in certain climates.
Certain climates, absolutely. I mean, we did watch this video. We did watch this video here. Breathtaking footage shows upside down rainbow above Sundog in Minnesota,
and that looks like snow. There.
That looks like snow. So it could. I mean, it could be that you'll always find a Sundog in very cold atmospheres or
temperatures,
areas of the
climates.
Earth, climates. But we've got this here now. A lot of flat earthers would say the reason why you have the Sundog is simply because of the dome. The light is reflecting off the dome.
But how do you know the light is reflecting off the
Yeah.
dome?
Now this is the thing. This is the big problem. We observe natural phenomena, okay, an event in nature, and we look at it and we think, okay. A lot of people have come up with this idea. The idea, well, it's the dome that's caused this observation.
And what they do, or what some people do, is that they get a bowl. I haven't got one here, but they get a bowl and they shine a light inside it. Shine a light inside it, where they can recreate a Sundog, or what they think is a Sundog.
Sure.
But in our understanding, or in my understanding, all that demonstrates is that it's just the light passing through a medium that creates the effect. In this photo here, we've got the light from the sun, but we've also got the atmosphere as the medium.
Yeah, sure.
Not a dome.
Sure. But the thing is,
when they say is that they say to recreate the Sundog in a bowl, it's the light is reflected off.
The light's reflected off.
But how do they know that the light is reflected off in this instance?
Yeah, sure. But I was going to say actually that people see this observation like a Sundog, a natural phenomena, and they come up with a hypothesis. But I think it's the dome that's caused this. It's a reflection. Okay, so you've got this hypothesis. What tests are you going to do to test that hypothesis? Think about it. How can you test a hypothesis that it's the dome that's causing this Sundog to appear? You can't do it. It's absolutely ridiculous. Therefore, it's got to be pseudoscientific claim.
It's a belief.
It's a belief at the end of the day. And another thing as well, and that is when people say that Sundogs are caused by a reflection off the dome.
Yeah, off the dome.
Surely light would always reflect off the dome.
Yeah.
Which means that we'd always see a Sundog.
Yeah.
But we don't see that. They're quite a rare occurrence.
Yeah.
So it's more likely they're caused by the atmospheric conditions.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Anyway, but when we do watch this video, when we did leave a comment on this video actually. Let's just go through them very quickly. Only two. I find it amusing a number of flat earthers state a Sundog is evidence of a dome above flat Earth, especially when they've carried out no tests to determine why they occur.
Yeah.
It's insanity.
Yep.
I'm a flat earther, but I've not seen any proof or any real evidence that a dome exists. Of course, a dome above flat Earth is a possibility, but there's also the possibility there is no dome as well.
Yeah.
A dome is all conjecture, ideology, and nothing more.
Yeah.
And we did actually leave a comment on Falkland J Black Radio, because he wrote a comment, an inverted rainbow just proves that rainbows aren't shaped by our retina. They are created by water vapour, sunlight, and a curved mirror, open bracket, dome, close bracket. So we actually, he's had 10 thumbs up to that one. But we wrote, and the proof to support your explanation is what exactly? Done any tests, or is your claim pseudo-scientific and merely a belief? So at the end of the day, blah blah blah. We go through, and at the end of the day, he openly admits he's a Christian. The ironic fact is that you need wisdom to understand it.
Oh, right, because he bases his he bases his knowledge of a dome on wisdom.
On wisdom, right? Okay, right? Okay. Something that is more of a quality rather than anything that can be quantified.
Everything that's tangible.
Sure.
Yeah.
You might not. You might call it wisdom, but I call it fabricating your reality. Yeah. Wisdom is a quality that does not speak and doesn't have words. Wisdom is part of doing and being, not part of thinking, in my opinion. Lots of people create or fabricate realities. Blah blah blah.
Well,
And
maybe he's got his Technicolor Dreamcoat.
he's got his Technicolor Dreamcoat on. The ironic fact, he writes, is that you need wisdom to understand it. Right, okay.
Okay.
You've done neither. Yes, I'm a Christian. Wisdom comes from above. Right, okay.
Right,
this
okay.
is, we're starting to go into a dreamland world. We don't do this. You can learn from others or go back to sleep in your ignorant bliss. What's wrong with just saying you don't know?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Have you got a problem with that?
There's no harm in it.
Absolutely. There's nothing wrong with saying
Anyway,
I just don't
come
know. I don't even know what the sun is
Or what the moon is.
or what light is.
Yeah.
And yet these people seem to know what a sundog is and how they're created.
I know, it's amazing, isn't it?
It's absolutely just ridiculous.
Sounds like they're superhuman, or they've
Absolutely,
been
of course.
places
So-
where nobody else has ever been.
So we can't really accept sundogs to support the idea or even as being evidence of a dome, can
Yeah.
we? We can't.
No, I
because
know, no.
We can't. So we've done that one. So the next one would be
The next one would be TLEs.
TLEs. Now, TLEs. Now, I'm sure we've watched this video before.
Yeah,
Scientists capture firmament on video. Look
There
at
you
this. This guy is actually stating that the scientists have captured the firmament.
There we go.
This is absolutely bizarre.
Unbelievable.
to say. Unbelievable. So here we go. Now, when we go up, we're given this little graph, okay? And on the scale on the left-hand side is height, altitude in kilometres. So it goes from 0 to 100. So right at the top, where the ionosphere is roughly 100, according to this diagram, 100 kilometres. You've got elves, and just below those you have sprites. And these are the phenomena that occur in thunderstorms, lightning storms.
Basically, yeah.
Okay, so what happens is that these people, these scientists, all clamber into this aircraft,
And go high altitude because they want to take photos of these
and there they are.
sprites
They go
and elves and TLEs.
TLEs, absolutely.
TLEs are
Transient luminescent events, as far as I'm aware. Absolutely. So
There you
they
go.
capture them, obviously, on film and slow it down. And then the guy puts on this little label here. Wait there.
Yeah.
Got the arrow and the firmament.
Wow, where did that come from?
How does he know this?
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Where does he get this knowledge from?
Does he know it's actually there? How does he know it's actually there?
I don't know. But the thing is that 1 minute on the Operation Fishbowl, which I've just actually clicked off. No, on the Operation Fishbowl that I've clicked off, they reached an altitude of 400 kilometres.
Yeah.
But in this video, when we think about, he's saying that the firmament is where these elves are, or these sprites are.
Well, let's say 100
The elves.
kilometres.
100 kilometres.
Wow.
Now, there's something seriously wrong with these figures that we're given by people.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
You know, the information isn't right, is it? So
That's 'cause
something's got to be wrong.
A lot of people don't know. That's
A lot
why.
of people don't know, and they're
But-
creating the information,
They don't know, but
or they're creating the reality.
they don't know, but they don't want to say they don't know.
Sure, absolutely, of course.
They much rather wear virtual reality goggles.
Sure, absolutely, of course. So, sprites and elves confirming a dome or firmament? No, it doesn't. Not because it's in conflict with other pieces of information
Yeah, I know, yeah.
that people use to support a dome or firmament.
Well, it's quite. I mean, they are two pieces of information that are quite odds. 100 firmament at 100 kilometres, nuclear tests to penetrate
the dome.
at 400 kilometres.
Absolutely, of course. You know, make your mind up, people. You know, of course. So we've got
But
that.
someone might say, "Oh, that's because it's dome shaped, so it's not all at the same
Right. Okay.
altitude."
Sure. Okay. But these are all. Right. Okay. Right. Okay.
That's well,
Sure. Okay.
well, it's a big difference. It's like 100 kilometres and 400 kilometres.
Yeah. Well, these sprites are only going up a quarter,
Yeah,
aren't
I know,
they?
yeah.
They've got another 3 more to go up,
Yeah.
haven't they? That's phenomenal. So, you know, but we can't accept that. You know, we can't accept that. So there goes that. That's out the window.
And how do you know that the dome is if there is a dome? How do you know it's like that?
Absolutely.
It could be like that.
It could be more shallower. It could be absolutely. Yeah, you don't know what shape it is. It could be
Absolutely,
like Gaussian curve,
Yeah, nobody knows.
bell shaped.
Nobody can ever
Nobody knows because
But anyway.
it's all out of man's
reach.
reach. It's beyond his imagination.
Yeah.
Absolutely, of course. But and the last one, well, I was given a video. I was given a video by Dee Dee because we've been discussing this dome and stuff, and came to the same conclusion, as what I'm expressing now. Must see National Geographic, Yosemite Falls Rainbow. Okay, so let's just click off that. Here we go. Let's just watch this now. A lot of people like Dee Dee and other people who think there is a dome would say that all of these colours generated in the water of the waterfall prove there's a dome, or demonstrate there's a dome. Now I can't see a link between what we observe here in the video footage and a dome.
Well, yeah.
I can't link it.
Because all you're seeing is high winds that are causing the spray of the water falling to come away from the actual main waterfall itself.
Yeah,
Because those droplets are of varying sizes,
sure.
as the sun, they act like a prism when the sun's light passes through them.
Yeah,
And therefore you get, in our understanding, you get the red colour through the smaller droplets, and you get the ultraviolet or the blue or the green, the purple on the larger droplets.
sure.
Because that's what you get with a prism, and that's when light passes through the prism. Yeah,
Yeah.
the red is the shortest length that the light travels, and the purple is the longest length through the
Sure.
prism the light travels.
Yeah, because we've got to remember that when we see a waterfall such as this, what's happening is you've got billions, trillions of different sized water droplets.
Yeah,
And they're all moving in different directions as well, aren't they?
that's what's causing.
Some move up slightly and come down again.
That's what's causing what you see here.
Some move sideways and then come down.
Yeah.
But
It's got nothing to do with a dome.
yeah, I can't see how anyone can observe this, make this observation, say it's got to be a dome.
Yeah, it's a bit like the ships going over the horizon. They go over the horizon, or the ship's gone over the horizon. That's because of the curvature. But the thing is that they can't prove that there's curvature between you and the ship.
So, yeah, absolutely,
They can't
sure.
prove that.
Can't prove
Nobody
it.
can prove it.
Absolutely. So therefore, it's got to be a belief. It's all got to be belief. So, given what we've seen, I think we can actually go back and actually ask
Mark. Yeah.
Ask Mark. Is Mark Sargent right?
Is he right
when he says
that we're living in an enclosed system?
or in a closed soundstage with walls and a floor? Is he right when he's not even been anywhere to know whether that's true or not?
Absolutely, yeah. He
Sure.
can't prove it to anyone.
Absolutely, of course.
Yeah.
Because it could well be that Mark Sargent's religious. He believes in God,
Yeah, but he doesn't tell anyone.
but he doesn't want to tell anyone because it might, it might affect his
Yeah.
ratings, as it were.
Yeah. But then there's people who believe in gods who think the earth is a spinning ball.
Absolutely, of course. So you can believe in God, and the earth can be whatever shape
you want it
is.
to be. Well, you want it to be.
You want it to be, yeah, sure.
Yeah. So I think we've
So
done
there we have it.
Yeah,
We've
we've
done
done
it.
it. But leave a comment. Let us know what you think.
Let us know what you think. Is Mark Sargent right? Absolutely,
But
of
what
course.
we will do before we wrap this one up is quickly go back onto Scott Manley
Scott Manley,
and his dream
his
world, in
dream,
his
dream
dream
machine,
world.
and his dream machine.
because we, it's here, weather
right.
balloon
Oh, of
flight
course, yeah.
to stratosphere,
Yeah.
JW astronomy.
There we go.
There
We've
we
got
go.
this. There we go. I think is that broken?
But
Yeah,
that's
that
just
pops.
before then.
Just before then. Here we go.
There you go.
Yeah, that's right there. I may have gone.
Yeah,
back.
wait for the
Yeah,
camera
we
to
got the moon
steady.
there. There we go. We got the moon there. I'm following
There you go,
it with
look.
the mouse pointing. Yeah, it's pretty straight there.
It's pretty level.
110,000 feet there.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's
isn't it?
pretty good. Look at that. It's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right
There you
there.
go.
I'm just waiting for the pop-de-pop. Because
Yeah.
all weather balloons reach an altitude and they'll pop.
Yeah, because the balloon gets bigger and bigger and bigger because the gas expands inside whatever's inside it. You tell me. Well, it must be a vacuum.
Oh, absolutely. Well, it must be a vacuum inside the balloon.
Yeah, has to be.
Has to be, yeah, sure.
But that's level. Come on, Scott.
Sure.
Take your virtual reality goggles off.
Absolutely,
And
of course.
this is the real stuff.
Yeah, this is the real McCoy. Absolutely, of course. Has it broken yet? Oh, it hasn't done it yet. It's amazing.
Oh, nearly.
Nearly. Is it? Oh, there.
Yeah.
Wait, I want to get the bit where... Oh, there you go. We've nearly got it. I'm sure. So, but all weather balloons will reach a point in the atmosphere where they'll expand and burst.
Yeah.
And bringing everything back down to Earth, obviously. And, we'd love to see that being recreated within a single cylinder. Don't we?
Oh, yeah, basically.
That would be quite good, wouldn't it?
But I don't think anyone can reproduce that.
I don't think anybody can reproduce an environment in a single cylinder without any kind of like compartments or anything where a single gas is pressurized at the bottom, whereas at the top it's negative.
Or zero.
Or it's zero, yeah.
Zero pressure.
Zero pressure.
Yeah.
Because the gas inside will want to fill the container equally.
Absolutely.
You know.
We like things equal, don't we?
Sure, absolutely, of course. So you've got that. I'd like to say, well, where's this going to happen? Here we go.
Come on, hurry up.
I want to see the pop.
There we go.
There we go. Well, let's go back. Here we go.
Get ready for
it's
the pop.
near. Get ready for the pop. There we go. Pop.
There you go. Oh,
There
look
we
at
go.
the curvature of the Earth. Wow,
Oh,
look
look at
look how massive it is there. Did
Oh,
you
look,
see
it's
that?
flattened out. Oh, it's gone upside down there.
Oh,
Oh, it
that's
looks like
going-
an S shape there.
Looks
Looks
like
like an
the
S
world.
bend of a toilet.
It's like the world's topsy-turvy.
Absolutely. It's going all over the place.
Absolutely.
Wildfire.
Oh,
Absolutely.
look. It looked like it was doing one of those things.
Absolutely, sure. On a roller coaster. So Scott Manley, I mean, at the end of the day,
The guy's got mental health
the
problems.
guy's got mental health problems,
as far
especially
as
if he
we're
wa-
concerned.
Absolutely. Well, he obviously dislikes reality for him to be wearing virtual
So
reality
goggles.
goggles.
Yeah, no.
You know,
Well, I mean, to be honest, I think it's sad for anyone to be wearing goggles like that anyway.
sure. I mean, he even showed people a black hole through these virtual reality goggles as well.
Do you reckon
How
he was
crazy!
bend-
This is insanity.
Do you reckon he was bending over?
He could have been bending over, or he could have been looking down somebody else's backside, couldn't he?
Oh, yeah. He
Right,
could have been looking into a mirror.
Could have been his partner. He might be gay.
Yeah. Oh, he could have been looking at Philip
Could have
Schofield.
been looking at Philip's bottom.
But absolutely, looking at his black hole.
Oh, absolutely, of course. Absolutely, of course.
He
But
might have found Uranus as well.
absolutely. Oh, there you go. He's looking for Uranus.
Yeah.
Oh, not your Uranus.
Not my anus, no.
Oh, absolutely, of course. But there you go. So, there you have
There
it.
you go.
There you go. There you
Done
go.
it,
We've done it now. So there you go. Is Mark Sargent right? Well, is he right? We think it's a possibility, don't we?
It's a possibility.
It's a possibility, but it's a possibility that there isn't a dome.
Yeah.
I don't have any knowledge whatsoever of a dome.
No, do
I don't have any knowledge whatsoever of a dome. But saying that, I don't have any knowledge that space is a big expanse. The
Yeah, I know,
universe
yeah,
is a
yeah,
big
yeah.
expanse. I don't
Yeah,
have that knowledge.
Yeah.
Nature doesn't give me that insight.
Yeah, because you can't go up and test it
Absolutely, of course.
and experience it.
Sure, absolutely.
You can only
of course.
observe it.
Can only observe it, of course.
Never mind, Mark.
So there we have it. So let us know what you think. Leave a comment below.
So again, you see, Mark could be persuaded by what's written in books like the Bible, when they talk of the firmament and this, that, and the other. But the thing is, because the Bible is a lot of metaphors.
Yeah.
How does anyone know who reads the Bible know that when they talk of the firmament, it's actually relates to
a dome above the earth.
Above the earth, when it may not.
Well, it may not.
It may be a metaphor for something else.
And God created the waters above the firmament and below the firmament.
Yeah.
I mean, what does that mean?
Yeah, but could that actually relate to the woman's womb?
The woman's womb. Absolutely, of course. Who knows?
Who knows?
You tell me. Absolutely. I
there's
never wrote the Bible.
Well, there's waters above and waters below there, isn't there?
Absolutely, of course. Right, okay. Let us know what you think anyway regarding Mark Sargent and whether there's a dome. And we're all living in this sound stage, of course.
Yeah. What speakers going?
Absolutely,
Anyway,
of course. But so always remember till next time if something doesn't make sense, like
21% oxygen in the air.
21% oxygen in the air, the Earth having an ionosphere,
The carbon cycle.
the nitrogen cycle.
There's an ionosphere and radio waves can bounce off it.
Sure, absolutely, of course. And we breathe in oxygen and release carbon dioxide.
Oh, right, yeah. And that's allegedly what turns lime water milky when you blow it through a straw into lime water.
Sure.
But that's a test for the presence of a salt.
Absolutely. Well, an alkaline substance.
Yeah.
Something that's alkaline will turn lime water milky.
If you think oxygen is paramagnetic,
If you think water is hydrogen and oxygen.
or if you put water in a test tube, place it in a polystyrene
Yeah.
tray or whatever, and place it onto some water and let it float, then you get your magnet and you hold it up to the test tube, and then it moves away from the magnet. Some people say, look, the water is diamagnetic, but what about the glass test tube? How is that affected by the magnet?
Sure, absolutely, of course. Yeah, I know. Yeah, sure. If you think fish breathe oxygen,
Oh right, yeah, basically.
if you think there's oxygen in the air, 21%, 78% nitrogen.
If you think you can dissolve hydrogen in water,
Oh, no, that's a good one. I like that one. Yeah, sure. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it's all absolute rubbish. It really, really is. It's amazing how much rubbish there is in society.
I know. Never mind.
I reckon it's filled 95% of society is rubbish.
Well, it could well be. Yeah.
95%. And there's only a very small amount of stuff in society that's actually quite all right.
Well, it's a bit like if you had Mark and Holly and Phil sitting there
Yeah.
talking about what really matters in life, you know,
On the sofa.
on the sofa, yeah, getting
Sure.
cosy, you know.
Absolutely, yes.
That's more meaningful than the 95% of rubbish that they were talking about.
Absolutely, of course. But there you go. So thanks ever so much, and we'll see you next time.
Okay,
Bye.
ta-da.
The Earth isn't round, it's flat.
How do you know?
I've observed it in all my travels over Europe. It's flat. Everywhere it's flat.